Geenic, Zix, Avec, and Alpha Omega for DX, and for Neutralizers, got Impish, Noctis, Silencep, and Dibby. And Disrepute, my good mate Vor, here with me.
Oh, you're Disrepute? Thanks for the clarification.
Yeah,
no,
well,
I remember that I'm Vor, too.
It's always good to remind you who you are. First map's going to be Purgatory, second map Grim Dungeons. First round of 8 teams in this, so should move pretty rapidly throughout the evening until we get to the final.
It's good because, you know, recent weeks of this tournament we've had weird numbers of teams, haven't we? So there's always been buys in the first round, but this time every team has to every team has to prove that they can make it past the first round and not just rely on their good seeding this.
Yeah, I think that's a very interesting aspect. There we go.
Yes.
Zix. We're starting off with, gonna miss out on that shotgun off the spawn. I think Dibby was being railed actually, or maybe he hasn't, but he's been completely surrounded and he just gave away that shotgun. Probably shouldn't have given it away, but Zix hasn't got much, so I think I'll cycle away from him and go on to Superstar, Polish, Mega Star, Avec.
And Rocket hadn't been taken the whole game. Interesting, hey, this interesting.
Yeah, if no one spawns there though, no one's really going to go looking for it, especially.
That's true, it's true. Everyone was too eager to get to other places. Missed rails though on Avec there, you see.
Nice rockets though, defending that area. Dibby with the quad on the other side of the map, so we go split out. Yeah, quite a big delay. There's the battlesuit in the red room. Dibby hits the first rocket. Is he going to drop down? Hits the second rocket. Goes for a third. I think he killed both of them, his teammate and the battlesuit carrier. So look at that spawn by Avec, and he's only got 17 health. Oh, grenade almost takes him out. Oh, another grenade. He's just having to dodge them all now. Those are really nicely placed grenades. And just comes out with a mega at the end of that. Didn't really get any kills. Just killed the battlesuit, but obviously that's important.
Of course it's important. Kill the battlesuit, you can no longer kill your teammates.
And Neutralizer's taken an early lead here.
Yeah, whose map is this, by the way?
This was DX's map pick.
Interesting. You know, going back to those power-ups, we've already got a 5-second delay, and, you know, we've seen in the past that 5 seconds is certainly enough for certain, you know, fast players to get from suit right over to quad, and it can make the life of the quad, you know, quite dangerous.
Avec was just in that room there. He did manage to confiscate the spawned LG away. Dibby dropping on that mega, does grab it, but he goes down. He was the last guy to pick up a red as well, so they haven't got too much to defend this red room with Neutralizers. Might be an opportunity for DX to move in.
Yeah.
Be the last red before the power.
But they don't.
Now.
An important last red as well. I mean, Silence has got it. And he probably looked ahead to suit, and he's maintained his armour.
Yeah, despite having to fight.
I was going to say, did he pick that weapon in the water up? He did, didn't he? Otherwise that spawner could have grabbed it.
It's going to have to be quick if he's going to get to battlesuit. Might just get this mega and go to quad. It's only up in 5 seconds time, so the battlesuit's going to be picked. We're going to see who got that. Here's Impish. Gotta be. Yep. And we'll stick with Silencep, considering his stack. And just in this red room. Red's up in 15 seconds, so he doesn't want to wait around there. I guess he's going to go out and try and extend this lead, but DX have let themselves down a little bit there, giving away double power-ups.
Yeah, they have, but you know, they've evaded the quad well at least. Silence has only picked up 1 kill with it. Maybe that's slightly surprising, considering, you know, he's got no battlesuit to go up against, so he's only got to think about looking for kills.
Yeah, he wasn't quick, was he?
No, and he had a good enough stack that he could have been confident to look for more kills than he got.
And the interesting thing for me was that he didn't really take an objective-based route. He just ran down to the battlesuit where there's nothing really. I would have thought he would try and aggress that upper corridor or maybe the railgun position, but instead he didn't. But he kept his armor stack as a result and was able then to move into this red room and take the last one. A couple of spawns. There's so much damage to him. Oh my god, Geenic getting the pummeling there.
Yeah, smart Geenic till he stood on the health. The Silence, I think, wanted to pick the health up before he shot Geenic, but because Geenic was stood there with a pummel, he didn't have any choice.
going to cycle away from Impish and see what Noctis is doing on the map. Nice rocket play from him, getting the frag over this rocket. It seems like he hasn't really been in the red room as we've seen, so maybe he's working the rail position more. He has got a railgun. In fact, he had about 20 ammo, so he's probably got the last couple of pickups of it.
Yeah, and good position to be defending red from. You know, it kind of stops him from being able to drop in high, but he can also fire down in support of his teammates when needed. Obviously, he didn't want to pick that rail up because he already had one, but there wasn't going to be a teammate there in time.
And the thing about that delay is that he did give DX a time on that item. That's the only thing about delaying it there. Dibby picks up the Mega. Yeah, it didn't look like DX were in any position. It is a double power-up, this time in the hands of Noctis. He does just get the frag that switched around to Dibby as the quad goes down. Yeah, he can't run through those pillars anymore, mate. Well, just one of them. Koenig doesn't want to pull out the LG there, it doesn't.
Some people would have voted.
I know.
And they'd have regretted it.
And this is a much more objective-oriented attack here, right onto that railgun position. Is he going to chase Zix down?
I don't really know why Zix kept it out. I mean, there was obviously a chance he could have killed Soup, but really, your team's getting dominated at the moment. You can't keep giving away weapons. It's just going to make it all that harder to break the control.
Dibby waiting for that 50. It's not up. The 25's not up either. 10 seconds until the Mega. He might want to try and chance that because I think he has a time on it.
Seems to.
Well, maybe not. He's
maybe
looking for
not.
that other 25. Oh my God! Grenade almost hit him.
Of course, there's no reason for anyone to expect he's got 1 health, so you know they'll be trying to hit rails or nades and things like that.
Kill there. He does pick up the 25. Of course, 100 armor with 1 health is as good as having no armor.
But he's back up to good health now.
Yeah, so he's worked that one pretty well, Dibby. He didn't just go and commit suicide. A lot of players will.
This is tragic for DX at the moment.
DX are getting absolutely annihilated on this map. Actually, I don't know. Maybe they didn't pick this map. I thought they did, but it wouldn't have made much sense, considering at least when we played them on it. It's one of their weakest maps. 15 seconds to go till Battlesuit spawns. I'm going to cycle away from Dibby and go back to Noctis, who's probably going to go down here to Avik. Not hitting absurdly high stats like we perhaps have seen in the past. Only 15% LG, although maybe he's not really had it too much. Ignores the health. Going to have to rush for this quad if he wants a chance of getting it. There's the quad pickup. And it was a double power-up again, wasn't it, Vought?
Yeah, I mean, so far this DX have had 1 power-up all game, which is, it's not something you can do. I mean, if anything, the score at the moment is fairly generous considering the power-ups.
Well, I mean, if they want to sit down after this map and say, why did we lose that? It's one pretty obvious reason at the moment.
Yeah, of course there is still time to bring this back. I mean, the score, considering they've had 1 power-up so far, it's not that bad.
You could be mercy limited potentially with that kind of amount of power-ups.
But the difference is obviously 37 at the moment. We've got 39 even.
It's quite a long power-up time as well, of course. 50 seconds with Battlesuit. 3.
Wait a minute, I'm totally bad today. The difference is 30, not fucking 37 or whatever. I should actually read the numbers correctly.
No, just make it up.
Yeah, make it up as you go along, it's easier, I guess.
Difference is 6,000 at the moment.
But really, it's very worrying for DX at the moment, the control that nEu have got over the map. I mean, if you check the stats, it's dominant on the reds.
Mega Dibby picks it up again as we cycle to him. We saw Noctis on the rail position. What are DX going to do? I mean, tactically they're going to have to change something, aren't they?
Well, we just need to make sure they get a power-up, and then it's going to be a lot easier for them once the power-ups end. They'll be in control of something, at least. Yeah,
I want to have a look at some of the stats here. 14-5 red armors, just ahead in yellows, but just by a couple, so it's nothing. 8-6, Megas are pretty equal, actually, surprisingly. But then just those power-ups, the difference is massive. We've got 3 seconds to go until the Battlesuit. They might just get this Battlesuit, though they have successfully defended it with a stacked player as well. Decides to go back for the frag, and that's going to delay his rush. I mean, they are doing a lot of damage to him, though. Look at the quad got delayed again. Dibby went down with it. Zix actually ran out of ammo. It worked out alright then, in the end, I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, he got a lot of frags as well. 3 already. Although it wasn't the most efficient of any frag, really. It took a lot of shots to kill them. Ouch.
A long-range racket in the back. That came from all the way back by that battlesuit, pretty much.
Switch round to Avec. He's just picked up the mega health. He's got a plasma in hand, and we know how dangerous his plasma is. Probably got our crosshair ball.
Maybe.
Is he going to dive in on this red? It's dangerous time. He's got 10 seconds to wait. He's only got, well, 100 health now. Teammate grabs the LG and just gets the hell out of there. Got caught in the back. Silensep does have 55 armor here. Shaft, rocket, plasma. Takes over the red room, but just after red had been taken. Now, is that like a bluff by Avec? Avec must know when the red was up, and he just decided to drop right by it. He's giving away a frag, though, for no real reason, when you know it's not going to be up. DX rushing in here. All their players come in at the same time. They do win over the red room, and the red is up on its spot. Geenic doesn't want to take it. He's already got 60-odd armor. He's now got a nice arsenal of weapons as well to work with. Yeah,
that's quite a big red pickup. That should put them in good position for battle.
Oh, they need to get there now. It looks like they're all going towards the quad, though. Or they don't know what they're doing, do they? This is it. They're lost. I mean, they don't know what they're doing.
There's 11 seconds between them. That suit's going to get to quad easily.
Better move in now. It's too late. Noctis takes it, and a stacked battle suit running Noctis is not something you want to compete with. 3 seconds to go. Takes out Avec. Double power up. Shaft picked up. Here we go. Noctis. 3 on the suit, run 2 on the quad, apparently, according to those stats. Not really sure how that adds up, but that suit does run down, so he's got 10 seconds left with this quad now. Alpha Omega taken out. That sort of red room secured. Rail is up on its spot, which he has spotted. Of course, he was in control of it. Alpha Omega gives him some more rail ammo. Thank you very much. Why would you do that?
Noctis missing quite a few shots at the moment. You know, not maybe it is illustrious best that we've seen in the past. This.
No, he's actually pretty poor. I think I would sub him out.
Well, he's still having a good game, but you know, you'd have to say that DX, they really haven't shown up.
6k damage for Noctis at the moment. 14k net. Everybody except Empish with a positive net on the nEu team, and he's only -1. Everybody on the DX team have a negative net. Havoc just the best, a -3, but his damage is vastly superior to the rest of his teammates. Noctis caught out of position there. He did a really nice job defending himself. Position he still could go down here though. He pulls out the rail.
Not the best time to pull it out.
Gets caught out completely. Alpha Omega confiscating that one. Wants to be careful he doesn't get caught himself. 5 seconds to go until the battle, so I'm going to cycle around, see who's near, and Dibby just gets put down the void. Empish runs away from it. Geenic grabs it. He hasn't got any armor to work with. Needs his teammate to move the hell out of the way. Oh my god, both of them blocking him. Is he going to get it? No! Noctis grabs it. In fact, both power-ups go down at the same time. And what a mess up that was. I think he wanted the rocket, firstly. But secondly, I think the biggest thing was both of his teammates managed to block him.
Yeah, they should have just moved out of the way. It's a battle suit. I mean, you don't need to go ahead of the suit. It's only the quad you need to sometimes move ahead of and protect, but foolish by his teammates, because, you know, we saw Noctis manage to do it. He got there in plenty of time, but Geenic, he only got there with about a second or so to spare, because his teammates, they were just in the way.
So we've got about a 40 frag margin now. And it hasn't really got any slighter. Let's cycle around a little bit. Let's follow Geemic for a bit because he has got a rail and a lightning gun. Hasn't got any armor yet. Yeah, so I mean, how do they turn this around? What is the strat? They've got to initiate bore.
Well, it's hard to turn around how badly they did on the power-ups at the start, but you'd have to say that they're not really getting in on this red as much as they'd want to do, and when you don't have the red, it kind of becomes more difficult to then push out to the rail.
Yeah,
I think that's pretty much where it's going wrong for DX.
If I have a look at some of the major stats, then 21 to 11. nEu even winning on the yellows and the megas.
Yeah. You'd have to say though that regardless of how well or not they're doing on the red armors, you know, without those power-ups at the start that they totally messed up on, you know, the score would be a lot different. We might only be looking at a 10 or 15 frag game.
There's actually 3 sets of power-ups left. There's 5 seconds to go until the first of those with the battle suit. Nice rocket play by Genik. Defending that doorway against Silencep. Here we go. Avec with the battle suit. Only 17 health. He could go down here to the machine gunner. 2 health. What? There's no health up around it, but Genik does pick up this quad. He's only 28 health and straight away eliminated, and that's the thing, isn't it? They've got a couple of power-ups now, but just too weak to do anything with them. Nice railing from Silencep. 69% for him, in fact. And there's about 5 minutes left of this map. They'll be wanting to reduce the score even if they can't bring it back.
Sure.
Because that will have an impact on the third map. Alpha Amiga, on his point of view.
He didn't give a weapon to his teammate. I mean, he's got 2 of them.
Yeah,
very risky.
Only 27 health.
Why is he not passing off that rail?
Well, that's why. Oh, what a nice rail shot that was.
Yeah, but it's very
be careful. Oh, taken out, and I guess you're gonna say now they don't have a rail.
Exactly. I mean, it'd be one thing if he was stacked to keep both weapons, but you know, he wasn't. He was 1 shot away from death.
And I mean, the other thing, yeah, the rocket, and his job was to get the next rail, right? That's what he seemed to be waiting there for. So he would have got another rail anyway. You would imagine.
Yeah. And rocket, powerful gun, rail, powerful gun. You can't use both at once, really. So your teammate is just spawned might actually appreciate you sharing it with him.
To be moving in. This red armor's up in 5 seconds. Neutralizers do take control of the red room just before it spawns. 4 seconds to go until battlesuit though. They've left this pretty late to turn up to. Oh, Genik wasn't watching the right way as Dibby just ran in through the main door. He was there on his own though, Genik. I mean, oh
nice rocket.
What a rocket by Dibby. He's not going to make it to quad, but he doesn't need to. Silencep's there. And how has he escaped that one? And they're just going to run him up now.
Oh, could be caught out there. Yeah, he was.
Dibby going to avenge his teammate's death, is he? No!
No, he's not. Imagine that. Not that it matters for the score difference, but both power-ups taken out pretty cheaply, you'd say. But really, it's the story of this game, isn't it? Yet another double power-up for neutralizers. This.
And I think Dibby did get 4 frags off it or something, so.
Yeah, he did alright, didn't he? Well, mercy limit, there you go. 50 is the mercy limit.
You've got to be pretty embarrassed at this level to be hit on a mercy limit.
Well, I don't know about that. I'd just be embarrassed about the power-up play. I mean, this would have been a very different game. These are 2, on paper, evenly matched teams, and you know, you can't allow the other team to have pretty much free reign of all power-ups. I mean, look at the power-up stats. It's awful, really, for DX.